Welcome back, everybody, to Canton Blues football. Today we're on the road at the Philadelphia Eagles. During the offseason, we hope to get a quarterback, although we will probably have the first overall pick in the draft. Canton having a great, and if we don't have the first overall pick, we have like second or third overall pick, I'd be happy to take Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy. We'll take a look at some prospects later in another episode, probably as we get closer to the draft. But today, we face the Eagles. We hope to stop Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and beat Darius Slay over the top a couple times. But I hope you guys enjoy the game. The Eagles will be wearing their new Kelly green uniforms. We'll be wearing our alternate uniforms. That's it for me. Enjoy the game, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Madden NFL 24. And up next, we've got Antonio Gibson. He's coming off just an excellent performance last week. Nearly 200 yards. It's the Blues and the Eagles. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Blues of Canton taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors from Canton, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out in his 8th season, guy who has started for a few teams across the league, Jacoby Brissett.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A give up the middle to Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. That result, really no surprise. It's what we're becoming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Eagle defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Geez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That is caught, and all the way in for the touchdown. Jahan Dotson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Blues are on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 68 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Once again, it's Swift. Able to fight through one tackle. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Blues are able to add on to that lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Slide for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Now Joey Slye for the point after. And it's 21-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jabril Cox with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That one downfield for Dotson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 27-yard line.
Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and he makes the score 21-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Gibson again. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't pulled between zone and man. Sometimes you...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, 37 yards. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. A second down throw for Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, Swift. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The kick by Elliott is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where, and we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. And we welcome.
Alright, let's talk about that first half. For us, it went sort of well. First quarter was amazing. 21 points. Only giving up 10. 2 big touchdowns from Jacoby Brissett. But he did throw a pick. He had the long 76-yard touchdown on like the second drive of the game. But do I think that Brissett's we're gonna win this game? I do. I really, really do. I think we can win this game. We do need to get Gibson going, though. He's only got 35 rushing yards. But Jahan Dotson, He's our big guy right now. 2 for 116 and 2 touchdowns. But like I said, he had a 76-yard touchdown. There's quarterback comparison. Well, we'll see you at the end of the game to talk stats and more.
Now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Brissett. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll find Swift out in the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they need. This one caught out wide by Landry. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 20 yards. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam from 6 yards away. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Hurts will throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. It leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
That one downfield for Dotson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 2nd down, here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. There was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once more, Gibson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 61 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Brissett. Airing one out for Crowder. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there.
This game was over, so that's why we are. Yep. So we suffer our 4th loss of the season, and that will do this game in. We had a couple of really good spots in this game, but it just wasn't meant to be. 0-4 to start the year, and
so for the Eagles,
it's sad seeing us lose that game that way. I'll see you guys for the next game at home against the Chicago Bears.
Next week.